Hi everyone! So today the game that I'll be sharing with you guys will be the CONNETIX Tiles. So prior to buying this CONNETIX Magna-tiles tiles, I did do quite a bit of research. After all, it doesn't come cheap. So the one that I got eventually was this pastel 200 over pieces, and it cost like 200 over bucks. So it's almost like $1 per piece. And before I got it, based on my research, most of the time people commented that there is Picasso, Magna-tiles tiles, CONNETIX tiles, they all can be used interchangeably, and that CONNETIX tiles tend to have the strongest magnet. And they also claim that the main concern would be with toddlers who still put it in their mouth, because they are worried that the magnets will come out, and they say that CONNETIX tend to be safer because the magnets are actually embedded inside over here. Yep. So they claim that these tiles could be used for quite a variety of ages, a huge range of ages, and I do see a lot of attractive setup on Instagram. So that is very much the reason I decided to buy it. I did monitor this for the longest time on Amazon and also on CONNETIX website, and eventually when I got it, I got a 15% off, and I would have to say that that is the best deal that I got. So normally how I go about playing it with my toddler, 2-year-old toddler, will be to set up different kind of slides and whatnot. She likes to play with pong pong balls. She likes to just roll it down over here. And she can practice her fine motor skills using the spoon to scoop the pong pong balls and roll it down. And then I just store it in a 3 sprouts box to the right, the porcupine box, because the tiles itself is pretty heavy, and I know that most people just store it in like rectangular storage boxes. I just put this in this pretty light 3 sprout box for my toddler, so she could just pull it out herself to play. So I'm sure a lot of people have heard a lot of good things about CONNETIX tiles. So the reason for my video today is to share with you 2 things that people didn't mention, at least when I was doing my research. I didn't read about it. So 2 things. And then also ending off with how I find it when I play with my toddler. So what is the first thing? The first thing was when my toddler started playing it, there were times when this happens. So let me just show it over to you over here. So, as you can see, when you're playing okay, so all of a sudden she'll be like, oh, pain, and that fingers. That's when I figure out what happened. And initially my sister thought, oh, maybe it's when she's playing, not being careful. But even when I myself was keeping the magnetic tiles and just scooping it out, I did get like pinched in my finger a couple of times. So that is just one thing to look out for. If your toddler were to like, cry out like fingers, pain, at least you know what's going on. That's number 1. Number 2 will be something else. So let me start off with showing you guys some stuff over here. So this is my fridge, with the typical A to Z magnets from Melissa and Doug. And one day, I noticed that there were scratch marks over here. I'm not sure if you could see it. It's not too deep, but definitely there were scratch marks. Okay, I don't think it's showing up clear, but anyways, so it started off over here at this area when we noticed that there were some scratch marks. So we figured it should be our toddler because of the height. We don't think it was any adults, holding on to something that scraped by, but we have no idea what it could be. Was pretty sure it's not these A to Z magnets because they have been there like since forever. And then there was another thing that we noticed about. And so the second thing that we noticed about would be this, the Greco high chair, and that over here there were scratch marks too. Maybe it's not too clear. Yeah, I think you can see it at an angle. So scratch marks. So when I noticed this too, it was pretty much around the same period of time, and I figured it must be something that my toddler was playing with. And the newest toy at that time was Magna-tiles tiles, the CONNETIX tiles. So I took a piece of it, I tried to scratch on this table, but I didn't replicate the same scratch mark, and so I kind of dismissed it, even though I think it was the most likely culprit. So eventually the mystery was solved one day when I was bringing my toddler to the toilet to have a shower. She always grabbed a piece of magnetic tile with her, and so she did. And so I didn't want to talk earlier on when I was showing you guys the trash can, because my toddler is actually sleeping right close by. So anyways, what happened is I was getting ready the hot water for her, and all of a sudden I heard like a scratching sound. So she was holding on to this very piece of magnetic tile, and then she went to scratch it. So that's when I knew for sure that the culprit was the CONNETIX tile. I mean, it was not a big deal to me. With kids around, you do get like, you're expected to get scratches, colors on places where you least expect. And obviously, she wasn't expecting that doing so would scratch the top of the trash can. But that definitely kind of like reinforced to me to let her know where she should be playing the tiles, because what happened is recently she also discovered that the dishwasher is magnetic, the door, and she started putting the CONNETIX tiles on it. I'm just worried that she will be scratching the dishwasher next. So that is why I told her as far as possible to play around this area. And I did notice that it is not every single CONNETIX tile that has the potential to scratch. It was more of like certain pieces where I think there's this metal beveled area. If it's slightly raised above the surface, it would be capable of scratching. So yeah, that was the cause of it. I'm just surprised that when I was reading out reviews about the tiles, no one mentioned about fingers probably getting snapped on it. Getting pinched. The fingers getting pinched, and I didn't read about scratch marks being caused by the tiles. So having said that, I just want to say that the other things that people were mentioning about, which is the strength, the magnetic strength of the CONNETIX tiles, they are really good. As you can see over here, easily we snap something up like that, and my little girl, she loved it. She loved it. Like every day she just want to play the CONNETIX tiles. And so that is another thing which is true, that kids, they do like it. Initially when you got this CONNETIX tile, it does come along with a manual, and initially I thought that the manual would kind of give you would be like a Lego, where they would tell you how to build certain structures, but it's not. So initially I don't really know what to build, but over time after playing with her, I think I'm getting the hang of it. So we're still at this stage right now where we're just rolling things down the slide, getting different structures. She loves to throw things in, throw the pong pong balls in, and I would love to see what other structures she would like to make as she grow older with these tiles. Also, it's really up to you. Some people, they like to buy different brands of tiles. They like to combine it. Personally, because the tiles are not cheap, so I was just looking for one set, like kind of one pretty good set of tiles, so I don't have to buy additional one. So when I was doing my research, what some people recommended was getting this 200 over pieces of pastel CONNETIX tiles, and that pretty much with it you're good, it's a good number of tiles for you to build different structures, and I would have to say that I agree with it. I have been playing with her for about 2 months, and yeah, so far we're liking it. If you do have any questions or any comments, just feel free to add it below, and I look forward to hear from you.